What's going on, guys? Want to welcome you back to Season 1.5, as they're calling it, the Part 2 to the Season 1 that we're currently in. And guys, there's a lot to cover today that's coming down the road. Now, we just had our recent installment, our fourth one, in fact, of the dev update video. And I like Gong Gong as much as the next guy. I love this guy. But I decided to take everything that he said and kind of condense it to all the essential, important stuff into a nice, short and sweet video for you guys to digest. So let's hop in. All right, guys, first up, new heroes and a map. Now, this is not a surprise. We knew about this the last dev update, but the remaining two of the Fantastic Four are coming in the second half of this season. We have The Thing and we have Human Torch. Now, The Thing is going to be a brand new Vanguard. I think Rivals definitely needs this. They describe him as a frontline fighter that is going to be able to put up defensive walls, and it's going to be a nice kind of mix into what we have now. So I'm excited to see what that means. We should be getting the trailer pretty soon, as well as Human Torch, going to be a duelist. They didn't say all too much about his kit. Outside that, he's going to be zooming through the skies, which I think is pretty cool. We don't really have we kind of have Iron Man and Storm and whatnot, but no one going, crazy fast. So this could be definitely something interesting to come to the duelist lineup. Outside of that, we have a new map, and only one map coming this half of the season, and that is going to be a convoy map. So kind of like Yggdrasil's Path and the other kind of escorting the payload type of maps in Central Park. We had Midtown come out earlier. I think that map was pretty damn good. And now we've got Central Park. This is going to be a new haunted terrain dominated by Dracula, where you're going to be rescuing Ratatoskr, the Asgardian squirrel god, which is definitely an interesting choice, of Yggdrasil, which again, we should get some type of a map trailer to come alongside that either today or sometime soon. Okay, guys, next up, we've got balance adjustments, and they said they like doing one balance patch per kind of huge update, but they have now implemented into their system or flow to have urgent kind of smaller patch updates if needed. If there's something going on that they want to adjust mid-season, they now have the ability to do so, which is going to be nice if there's some hero out of control that they did not foresee when the mass public, got a hold of them. They did say they don't want to do this all that much to, maintain the integrity of the game and really just the consistency of it. But now we can expect that to happen potentially in the future. Now, to get more into what is actually changing, we get the full balance notes later today, so be on the lookout for those. I'll definitely be covering them. But more so, they addressed some stuff today, starting with the triple support terror. Now, if you guys are in higher ranks, you guys are probably seeing a lot of matches with 3 supports and give or take a couple duelists and a tank, or 2 tanks and a duelist. And although they did say they thought it was a victory that the classic 2-2-2, 2 tank, 2 duelists, and 2 strategists isn't the main way to win, they felt like the triple support is a little drawn out and the battles are getting a little slow because every single time you've got a duelist ultimate, let's say Bucky or Winter Soldier, you're going to have a support ultimate to counter that, right? And they want to change that a little bit. So they did call out Loki and Cloak and Dagger in particular, but it's going to be more than just them. I would say a fair amount of the strategists are going to get their ultimates increased on how long it takes to get that. On top of that, duelists, which they called out people like Magic, are going to have theirs brought down. And so you're going to have more duelist ultimates and less support to make the game a bit more what they're calling fresh and kind of fun, instead of this like drawn out on one part of the map or the point. So overall, I would say expect a pretty good power shift in the triple support meta. But they also brought up the tanks, right? We've got a Vanguard power shift, and it's quite obvious if you play Rivals. Doctor Strange, Magneto, those are the 2 kind of anchors of the team because of their survivability and their shields. And sometimes you don't even need 2, you just need the 1, and they want to mix that up. Now, they think the Thing is going to be doing some clobbering time and going to be stopping that a little bit, but they want to lower both of these guys. They're going to get a nerf to their overall survivability, so it might be cooldowns on the shield health, their health. We're going to find out a little bit later today, but that was mentioned, as well as boosting up the movement type abilities of the other Vanguards, or the more mobile Vanguards, if you will. And so they just want to see all Vanguards get some love, and I think this is the way they're going to do it. Now, last but not least, guys, we're going to be getting way more than just this, trust me. But duelists, we do have some adjustments. They didn't talk about any buffs this time. They just talked about a couple nerfs. And again, they're glad that Hawkeye and Hela, they've gone down a bit. but they think Storm needs a little bit of a tweak, which is obvious. Storm went from being not played, not great, to insane and banned in every match. They want to find a happy medium. And then also we obviously have Moon Knight, who's going to get a small adjustment as well. There's going to be more nerfs than this and more buffs than that. And again, stay tuned for that. All right, guys, let's talk competitive play. If you are a viewer or a sub of the channel, you know I do a lot of casting videos. And if you're not, hey, guys, if you enjoyed this video, if you want to see more of this, be sure to subscribe down below. Trying to get 100K. It's been an awesome month and a half of just making content. You guys have been great. But let's talk about competitive play. Now, February 21st is the last chance to get the gold rank crest for this season and the Invisible Woman skin if you get gold rank. So be sure to try to achieve that by then. And if you haven't heard, we're not having a rank reset of any kind, but you will have to complete 10 competitive matches in whatever rank that is. So gold and moving forward to get said rewards for the second half of the season, which I think is good. We're not going to have another rank reset, but they did add some rewards. Now, Human Torch is going to be the gold skin that you'll be aiming for this time around. But they did something cool. The Grandmaster crest, which, I'm 2 for 2 now. Pretty pumped about it. They're adding one for each of the higher ranks. So you have one for Grandmaster, one for Celestial and Eternity, and then, of course, top 500. Now, alongside that, and this is crazy to me, if you guys have been playing at higher rank or really anywhere, but starting, I think, at Diamond 3, you have the option to hide your name. And why this is crazy is at the beginning of a match, it's going to kind of, I guess, generate a name or just hide it completely from the enemy team in the lineups so that you cannot be target banned. If you're a crazy good Spider-Man and people know that, they look you up or they just know you from playing you, they ban Spider-Man, and they want to prevent that. I think this is going to be crazy, guys, because at higher ranks, this is definitely a strategy that is utilized pretty heavily, to get rid of the guy that's like, cracked at Iron Fist for the two of them out there. But that is going to be coming alongside this update, as well as a little bit of an update on tournament plans. Now, the Marvel Rivals Championship in North America maxed out its limits. They're going to increase that, so the tournament is going to be pretty damn big. And I think I'll be casting it, so I'm excited for that. But on top of that, the Marvel Rival Invitationals will be happening at the end of February and in March. So, go ahead and keep your eyes peeled for those. And if you don't want to, again, I'll be casting them, so just look for the video. I usually do them like a day after they conclude. Now for everything else. Now, there's not too much to cover here outside of if you have excess chrono tokens and you have finished the battle pass, they now have a new redemption system so that you can turn all of those, tokens that you earn at a specific ratio so that you get, rewarded for your time played. They wanted to make sure they heard your feedback, I guess, from Season 0 and Season 1. Last but not least, guys, we got the Hero Hot List dropping later today, and that'll be the video probably to follow this one, so be on the lookout for that. I'll kind of make that nice, short, and sweet for you guys to understand as well. The win rates, the pick rates, everything in between for, obviously the official stats of Season 1. And besides that, that's about it for the Dev Update Volume 4. There's a good amount packed into the later half of the season. 2 more heroes is definitely going to diversify stuff on top of the balance notes that will be coming later. If you guys enjoyed this video, let me know by commenting down below, liking, whatever, subscribing if you feel like it. Means a lot, again, as we're chasing up to 100,000 subs. It's been a cool journey, and it's going to be a damn fun second half of the season. Have a good one. Have a great one. Till the next one. Happy rifling.